Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're interested in film cameras. This is the Nikon F90X, which was released in 1994 and is also known as the N90s in the USA. If you want a durable, reliable autofocus SLR with a huge range of lenses available and you're not worried about the size and weight, then this might be the camera for you. It's a semi-professional model with very high-end features, which you can buy for between £70 and £90 depending on the condition of the camera. It replaced the F801S, introducing faster autofocus and more complex integration with a new range of lenses, the AFD series, which allowed more advanced full flash photography and metering. This is quite a heavy piece of kit, but it's not as large as the F4 or the F5. On the right is the switch for turning it on, and that brings the LCD to life. The S indicates it's set to shutter priority automatic. Turn the command dial, changes to the shutter speed, and you can see the corresponding aperture chosen by the camera. Setting it to manual, you can see that the camera has shutter speeds that go all the way up to an 8,000th of a second. The flash sync is a 2/50th. With the correct Nikon flash, such as this SB80DX, you can even have flash sync up to a 4,000th of a second. Next to the on-off switch is the exposure compensation button. Pressing this allows you to nudge the exposure up and down from what the meter recommends. This button here sets the autofocus area. You can either have wide, which is good for sports, or narrow, which is better for portraits. Autofocus is fast, but a little noisy. In the centre is the flash shoe with all the contacts for the amazing Nikon film flash system. I don't usually recommend proprietary flash systems, but the Nikon system for film cameras is quite amazing. I'm producing a video covering this. On the left are the control buttons, which you use in conjunction with the command dial. The mode button allows you to use the different exposure modes. So if I press that, I can move from manual to program, shutter priority and aperture priority. The flash button allows you to set the shutter curtain sync options as well as red eye reduction when using flash. The drive button allows single shot, low, which is 2 frames per second, or high, which is 4.3 frames per second. The ISO button allows you to set the ISO for the film. You can even set it to DX so that the camera will read the film speed from the film canister. The PS button allows you to set different user program modes. It's a little crude as you don't get much feedback from the LCD panel. You have to check the abbreviation against the diagrams on the back of the camera. This button allows you to set the self timer, and this button is for the metering. You have center weighted, spot and matrix. Pressing the 2 buttons with the red rewind symbol, that's on the ISO and just here, will rewind the film back into the cassette. On the rear is the AF lock, so you can take a reading close to the subject, lock it and then recompose. This button illuminates the readout in the viewfinder, and this button is a shutter blind which will close off any light when you're using automatic exposure but your eye's not against the viewfinder, for instance if it's on a tripod. This button here releases the lens. The F90X uses the Nikon F mount, and it's got this lug here which allows you to couple with older manual focus lenses. The best lenses for the camera are the AFD series, which convey distance information to the camera, allowing for more accurate light metering and flash. This lever controls the focus mode. You've got manual, where you can focus it yourself, single shot, and continuous, where it'll track the subject. You can only use F-mount lenses on the F90X. You can't use the more recent mirrorless lenses on this camera. Here's the focus lock, and this is the depth of field preview. It allows you to see how much will be in focus at the taking aperture, although you'll find that makes the viewfinder very dark. Loading film is incredibly easy. You just squeeze these buttons here, which opens the back, then you pop the film canister in, like so. Pull the leader across to the red mark, then you close it, turn on the camera, and pressing it once will advance to the first frame. On the base of the camera is the tripod socket, and this is where you put in 4 AA batteries, which you can buy in any retail store. This is an amazing piece of kit with very advanced functionality. It only has one AF sensor, but apart from that, it has everything you could possibly need for film photography. The metering is extremely accurate and reliable, and the flash system is amazing. I'm going to follow this up with other videos showing the Nikon F90X in use. Be sure to subscribe so you can see further videos. Remember to hit the like button. I hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you again in the next one.